Are y'all ready to rumble? Are y'all ready to stumble? We created like a music video or a musical intro. So, your part, Jasmine.
The end.
You're like, is it too late to quit the show? Oh, wait, hold on. You're lagging a bit. Or we're both
like
lagging.
food in my teeth.
Let me see if I can. Just a second, guys. I'm having a bit of technical difficulties. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm lagging.
Yeah.
IDKY.
It's probably my computer. My computer has been trashed since day one. Okay, wait. Hold on, guys. I'm actually gonna
Day
go.
one. Did you get like one of the more expensive ones?
Unfortunately, I did get scammed. Hold on for a second. All right. All right, friends. We are back. We are black. How was your week, Jasmine?
Interesting.
That made it seem so shady. You're like, interesting. We buried the body. So can't talk much about that. I don't know. I don't know either, honestly. What is a week? A week.
Sorry.
Huh?
It's like a little laggy. Sorry.
Oh wait, you're right. Hold on.
Also, I was getting confused because the thing came on. I was also watching the stream at the same time, so like everything was like being repeated, and I was like, "This is confusing."
Hold on. Let me see.
So what did you say?
Oh, I said. Oh, a week is the concept of a week is a social construct or something dumb like that. I forget. I don't know.
I spent this week
It
like
is.
trying to teach myself the well, not teach myself. I was watching a video teaching me how to do the what song is it? I Can't Stop Me dance.
Choreo.
So I learned that this week.
Oh, all right. And she's going to put on a show for us now. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Nope.
first full performance, the first live performance.
No.
Oh my God, I feel like Stephen Colbert. Introducing Jazz
No.
singing her original song,
Nope.
Can't Stop Me by
My original song. I'm not
Twice.
getting sued today.
All right, it's for next time. You know, she doesn't want to show too much too soon. I
Never.
get it. Right. Oh my God, it's
For
popping in the
myself.
chat though. We have Oh My Girl, we have Jodella, we have Steph, we have Swiggle, we have LD, we have Andre. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming back to the #1 K-pop show. I don't even want to say in America. I want to say on the planet, but just to cover bases, I'll say in the solar system. Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm trying to start beef. That's the thing. I want to throw hands with who has a podcast. I think Briss has a podcast. I think DKDK
He has a
TV.
podcast?
I think he does. I remember seeing something like that. I want to throw hands forever. Like I want to all the K-pop shows to come for me. I want the smoke. So, you know, if you guys follow somebody else, tell them that Jay sent you and she's ready to throw down when they are because who's gonna take me off? All right. But no, hello everyone. Thank you for coming through. Oh, I love the eyeshadow looks on you both today. Thank you. I did get
Thank
this
you.
professionally done. But
I was
yeah.
actually
Hey,
messing
Starry.
around, and I think it looks I feel like a frog today.
Okay, you said that, but I feel like all your eyeshadow looks are always on point. Like I don't understand. You're
Oh,
like, this
that's
looks
good.
like trash, and you drew like the Michelangelo like on your eye, and I'm like,
Thank you.
I don't.
I was like literally doing something. I was like, oh gosh, well, it's too late. So I'm already committing.
All right, hey Starry, thanks for coming through. So we have a couple stories on our docket, guys. You guys are gonna have to help us do a bit of the heavy lifting because it was dry. It was kind of Sahara deserty. Like I couldn't really. I don't know if I just am not looking in the right places anymore. I don't know where the tea, comes like where to find the tea anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't really find much. And one of the topics are honestly something we covered last time. So I don't know. I don't know how much you guys would like that. But, sit back, relax, grab some tea, grab some snacks. Don't break your backs.
Oh,
We'll be right back. And I like turn off the stream.
I
No.
thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna end it after grab some snacks or whatever, grab some tea. I was like, that was good, and then you kept going.
It has to be at least 12 bars for it to be a hot, 12. But yes, hello everyone. That's what I thought, and then I read somewhere. I think when I was looking up the story on Asian Junkie, apparently it's a remake by an artist named Yu Young Jin, so it is like an older song. Yeah, because I was like,
Oh,
okay,
they're going that like Red Velvet
that's what I was
route,
saying.
doing a remake for their second part, like comeback.
It's truly, I was like, all right, as some said, copy and paste because they definitely did that same thing with Red Velvet. They forgot to feature Taeyong though. That's why it's not gonna pop. They needed to feature an NCT
Yeah.
member. See, SM's already forgetting.
They should have put the newer one, like Sungmin.
From what? Who's
Get him
Sung
in
in?
there.
Oh,
Sungmin.
okay. The new NCT
He's the
member.
newest member. Well, one of the two newest.
Me
But he's the newest
exposing
rapper.
myself. Oh, yeah, they should have put him in. A nice little expose for him. Yeah, so it's a
The
remake.
SM track instead of
it,
TY track.
it's a remake. It sounds kind of 90ish. It's a remake of Yu Young Jin's Forever. Now, like, I think it was like decent. I really like those R&B 90s ballads. So like I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was like,
Yeah.
best thing since sliced bread. But I did see there was a couple criticisms. People are saying that their clothes are ugly.
I wasn't in those conversations, but when I was watching it, I was like, what the fudge are they wearing? Like, why? Just put them in normal clothes. It's like it's too much for just a simple song.
Yeah, I think
They're just sitting
specifically.
there. They're not moving around. They're not dancing hardcore. They're just literally forever. Na na na. Like just put them in a nice little dress or something. Jeans. I don't know. Something
Honestly,
that's normal.
honestly, yeah. I was like, I didn't really like their outfits during Black Mamba, but it was like a really, out there song. So I was like, okay, I get it. But for this,
Yeah.
I was like, it would have really helped them to tone down. And I honestly think that, like, a lot of SM groups have been known for like their fashion in bad ways and good ways. But like, I feel like, if they really want, SM free device, if they really want to capture like the young crowd of people, they need to tone it down and dress realistically. Like, I feel like a lot of young people would appreciate if like there was an idol group that, wore, baggy boyfriend jeans or like regular
Mm,
ass crop tops or didn't like, I feel like making them more relatable might actually be the wave or whatever. Oh wait. Somebody
yeah.
said Yu Young Jin had a hand in literally every SM group from Hot to or HOT to NCT. Like the man is a
Oh
legend.
wow.
I love how the girls really showed off their vocals. Dang. I'm a
Yeah,
SM
they like all four of them can sing pretty well, so that was really
right?
I like that.
I truly was
Like
like, all
even the
right.
rapper.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a step in the right direction because I definitely feel like they got a chance to show off their like singing skills, and that's like something that you have to appreciate because it's like, come on, like.
Yeah, definitely.
But overall, what would you say? Like, I don't even take this as a serious comeback because it didn't really
Mm.
seem like they're taking it as a serious comeback. But on scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this? Like, would you listen to it again?
I mean, if it came on, maybe I don't know. I maybe like in like more of like December, like fall area. I
Hmm.
don't know. Right now, I'm not really into the slower songs. I don't know. I yeah. If it came on and then it was just like playing on the radio, I wouldn't change the channel, like station or something. It's like a nice little chill song.
I think it's
I'd
this.
probably give it like a I'll give it a 7 because I feel like it showed off like their skills, like as a group, like their potential. But the song, I was like, it's all right. So yeah,
No, I think I'm in the same boat. Like it was good. It was definitely a song that was more up my alley than Black Mamba. I'll say that.
yeah.
But overall, like I wouldn't turn it off if it came on, but I don't know if I'd be rushing to listen to it again. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think in the chat? Okay, oh my girl fan says A Spy did not listen. LD said they sounded great. Jodella says, I just realized that aespa is going through the Red Velvet debut phase where they release a debut single, then they do a remake of an old SM song.
Yep.
Yeah. When RV did a remake of SES Be Natural. Yeah. Honestly, let's get a little messy. What's better, this remake,
Oh
or
no, Be Natural.
I should not ask somebody who stands Red
Especially,
Velvet.
oh no, but like also, the dance, everything, the video was like that. I don't know. It was just so much cooler to me because they're like on the chairs doing like a
That's
dance.
true.
Like it was nice and cool and different. Forever is just kind of like they're sitting there doing like little hand gestures. And also the outfits also were just like no. In Be
Yeah.
Natural, they had like the suits and they were sitting on the chairs doing like this nice little dance.
That's
Like
true.
I don't know,
You know,
everything about
I kind of set
that.
aespa up with that one because honestly, even though Be Natural didn't do that well, it was like a really solid performance, and like it was really well put together. Um, okay, so LD's saying that she'd give it a 7 and definitely Be Natural is better. Hey Leanne, what's up? Don't worry. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Did you guys listen to Black Swan by BTS?
Black. No, there's a group called Black Swan, right?
Oh, I was gonna say.
Black Swan is the one that replaced
Oh, no, I did
the other
not.
one, Rania, right?
Yeah, now that I think about it.
I just remember that because I don't want to say
Because they were
because
like,
Black.
another black person, let's make
Yeah,
sure
I
they
know
know.
this one is called Black. And I'm like Black Swan. Okay, black person.
They're
New
like, we have another
girl group with a
black.
black girl.
We present to you an additional black.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Honestly, wait, so Starry, maybe you know the tea. I thought they were like on the verge of disbandment because one of the girls was caught up in some kind of legal issue. Somebody was accusing her of
Oh, I
extorting
do
them. Yeah,
remember
you
that.
remember that? Let me look it up just so I get the facts wrong. But Black Swan member legal issue. Yeah, Swan member Hammy denies accusations of failing to repay $45,000 US
Yeah.
to a fan. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was somebody. It was her fan because I guess like before Black Swan actually came back, she was, I believe, like a BJ or a streamer or something like that. And oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this site that I'm on has the article behind a paywall. I care, but not that much. What the heck? Okay, now it's not letting me go back. All right, yeah. So I think she was a. Oh, let me go to Soombi, my fave. But yeah, she was a.
Stellar member.
She was a Stellar member first.
I don't know. I'm reading comments. They
Oh,
said I think she used to be a Stellar member
what? She's
too.
like, all right, I will make it. I don't care what none of y'all say. Let me see.
Forever.
Okay, so it says here, Hammy and Black Swan's agency respond to. Okay, so Hammy debuted with the girl group Ronnie in 2015. The Changes, they recently debuted as Black Swan. And they released Goodbye. Wait, their album was called Goodbye Rania? Why does that seem
Yeah,
shady
yeah,
to
yeah.
me?
I feel like we listened to it on one of the streams.
Did we? The
Because I remember the rapper, I don't think she really. No, she did rap.
I think her name is Fatu. She's the rapper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. I remember we did. We did on a Twitch. Um,
Yeah.
she. Okay. Yeah. So essentially, it was reported Haley went to ask for more support. Was it okay? In 2000, April 2019, Haley reportedly brought up her financial concerns to this person due to a family problem and asked the person in question, to lend her $5 million. It's reported, why did they say 45K? It's 450 or 4,500. It's reported that Hammy went to ask for more. Oh, okay, including money for her to live in her own office tel instead of the group dorm. A stated that he spent a total of 50 million won on Hammy, including the loan of 5 million won, the deposit and monthly rent for her office tel, living expenses, purchases on a credit card he provided. A says that they were not dating and there had been no physical relationship between himself and Hammy, telling Dispatch that he hoped Hammy would achieve success as a girl group or as a singer and felt sorry that she was unable to focus on music. Okay, so essentially, yeah, he's saying that he gave her this money on the idea that it was just being borrowed, but she was like never gonna pay it back. So I don't know what happened there actually, because this was a while. Oh, the agency added that Black Swan is temporarily halting their official activities as of November 11th. So maybe they came back since then. Was it a comeback since then? Oh, why am I transitioning back to the same thing?
What?
Because that's crazy. Yeah, but I thought they
Yeah.
had
What did you
disbanded.
think was gonna happen?
Maybe he would just forget
She's
it.
like, he's still paying her rent. And she's just like, hopefully he won't remember that I owe him this money that he's paying right now. Like,
Oh my
ma'am,
god.
what?
Hey Tal, welcome to the chat. Okay. I think it's the. I don't think this girl used to be in Stellar because apparently, according to the article, she was in Rania since 2015.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's a. Did Black Swan release a new song? Because I didn't hear of
I
that. And
don't think
according to that
so.
article, they've been on hiatus since 2000. I mean, since 2000.
I
Well,
was
since
gonna say since
2020.
last year.
Since last year.
Yeah, I think they only had that one song 3 months ago.
Oh, I think maybe some girl, some member, one of the members, but not Hammy, used to be in Stellar.
Mm.
Also, hi Esther. But yeah. Oh, so for the people who are just joining, we were talking about aespa's debut and whether we thought it, or sorry, their most recent single, and whether we thought it was, oh, hey, Red Light, whether we thought it was a bop or a flop or whatever. I think everyone's just more lukewarm about it. I mean, it is a remake. It doesn't look like it's like really meant to be like a hit song or anything. I think they just wanted, maybe it was literally specifically to show off their vocals. They were like, hey, we can sing if you didn't know. That's the tea. But yeah. Um, yeah, I feel bad for Hammy, but the whole situation sounds bad news bears. Yeah, well, hopefully she gets that sorted out. Because, yeah, I don't think it's a good look if people think. Because it's what it seemed like the guy was making out to be was that she was a scammer. So I don't think that's a
Yeah.
great look to have when you're,
Yeah.
especially as not even a rookie, but as you're trying to build this new group up. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
mess.
What's funny though is that like he makes it seem like she made it big and now she should pay him back.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like they just debuted and then he's just like, "Where's my money? Like, you sold one copy, please. Where's my money?"
I
Like,
get
ma'am, you didn't
90%.
even like she didn't even like
That's
make it
true.
big yet at
That's
all. Like,
true.
how is she gonna pay you back yet?
Honestly, I wonder what the it's probably in the article, but I wonder what the like deal was between them because that's okay. Here's the thing. I understand scamming is bad. You shouldn't scam. But I also think as the
Mm.
person lending the money, giving like whatever thing that you're lending out, giving whatever loan, you have to make sure that there's a concrete contract or at least a concrete understanding as to the fact that whatever you're giving out is a loan and it's meant to be paid back and an actual deadline for when that was paid back. Because I'm not saying she's a
Mm.
scammer, I'm not saying he's a whatever, but I could see if maybe he was fond of her, maybe he kind of liked her. I know he said that there was no physical relationship and there was no like romantic relationship, but doesn't mean that he couldn't have had a crush on her or something like that. And so maybe he was like, oh, Opa's got it. Like, just pay me back, whatever. Trying to be like the cool
Yeah.
guy. And then when it wasn't, when he was like, wait, when am I actually getting this money back? Maybe that was the issue. I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's the tea.
I can see that.
Lukewarm means the general stand consensus was a flop. I don't want to say it's a flop because y'all always scold me when I say something when I come for them. Or that was stale. Y'all are like, let them grow, and I agree. I need to give them time. But yeah, I think Jazz definitely thinks it's a flop. Anyway, moving on.
Wait, whoa. Calm that down. We're not going into this.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think because I know when the Hammy story broke, everyone was like, yes, sis, get money. And I'm like, that's cute, to say on Stan Twitter, but this actually has legal ramifications if she doesn't pay him back, I'm pretty sure. So maybe
Yeah.
not, maybe not support that, but, she shouldn't be exposed to make her look bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, moving on to a story we actually talked a bit about last week. So, as many of you know, Soan from G Friend was in a bit of trouble last week because due to a picture she had uploaded on the 31st, which showed herself posing with a mannequin that was dressed in what was being described as a Nazi uniform. The photo has since been deleted, and the following day, on February 1st, G Friend's agency issued a apology. And so I'm not going to read the full apology, but essentially the gist of it was that they were saying that this had been on set of a MV, and they had sourced an outside, an outside agency or outside group of people to like build the set and things like that. And essentially, they had taken like backstage like photos, to put for their like to post up later for their fandom. And so essentially they were saying that the person's job who was to put the set together didn't thoroughly check for that kind of thing, and so that mannequin made it in the background, but they apologize, and they're sorry that it happened and stuff like that. And this is a bit old because it is the 6th, and what I'm going to talk about happened on the 3rd. But in terms of chronological order, it was she uploaded the picture. The picture was deleted, and her company issued an apology. And then on the 3rd, February 3rd, the Simon, now I'm gonna try my best, Wiesenthal Center called out Big Hit to Soan's Nazi scandal. So just to give a rundown, the Simon Wiesenthal Center, as I pulled this right from their website, is a Jewish global human rights organization researching the Holocaust and hate in a historic and contemporary context. The center confronts anti-Semitism. Is that Semitism? Anti-Semitism? Am I saying that wrong? Yeah. Hate and
Yeah.
terrorism, promotes human rights and dignity, stands with Israel, defends the safety of Jews worldwide, and teaches the lessons of the Holocaust for future generations. So they have a headquarters in Los Angeles, and they have offices like in places like New York, Toronto, Miami, Chicago, Paris, Buenos Aires, and Jerusalem. So on their official Twitter on the 3rd, they tweeted the following in response to the whole situation regarding Sowan and the. I should probably hold on. Let me pull it up. They tweeted this. All right. So they tweeted, shame on at Big Hit Entertainment as another of its K-pop groups embrace hashtag Nazi symbols. SWC efforts to educate companies useless. Whoa. SWC's efforts to educate companies useless, then apology useless now. What? Sorry, can I not read? SWC's effort to educate company useless. Then now the company already had issued the apology and deleted the photo. They felt that he was, or the center was pushing missing as Source Music had clarified that it wasn't her fault essentially. And then they also felt like they were digging up old stuff because the apology has already been issued. Everything, was ready to be swept under the rug. So they felt that the center added fuel to the fire. So I'm just going to turn it over to chat. What do y'all think about this? Once again, no, this is a group that is basically aimed at trying to fight against, anti-Semitism towards Jewish people. So I think it's a given. It's not strange that they would call this out, especially if they felt that, we had, how many times are we going to tell you, old man? I love young people. I'm sorry, from SpongeBob.
Wait, sorry, like you kind of like also cut out
Oh.
when you were saying that, so it sounded so weird, and I was like, oh gosh, hopefully now that she's cutting out, like she won't say anything that I have to laugh at. But then, like, I'm
Oh
sorry.
God. No, I'm a clown. But yeah. What do you think about this? Do you think that the fans are in the right to be like, hey, this is already over with, or hey, and it's irresponsible of you as a center to put, and as somebody that's verified. Here, let me read out some of the stuff that are under the tweet. I don't want to show any names just because, I didn't really get these people's consent, and I don't want to target them or whatever. So one person put, sir, I'm sorry.
Hold on. They're saying that we're lagging a little.
Are we?
And it's kind of lagging for me. I thought it was just internet, but like,
is it still lagging now?
yeah, and they're saying right now for me it looks never mind. It keeps like doing the loading thing.
Oh, I don't know what to do. I think I should have let my computer cool down before I started the stream, if I'm being quite honest. But I don't know. Would it be horrible to just to stop and restart? Because the thing is, if I wait till my computer to cool down, it's gonna take at least 20 minutes. I can't believe I got this crappy laptop. I should have just gotten a regular.
I'm confused because I feel like your laptop's better than mine. But
yeah. Well, here's the thing, and the thing that they don't tell you.
They're also using a lot.
Yeah, it is a good laptop, but it overheats like a mother effer. Just the way that the fan's built or whatever, it just is overheating. I even bought this computer stand because it kind of elevates the laptop, and I'm like, okay, maybe that will keep it from getting too hot, but it still gets really, really hot. The fans are always super loud.
It's because it's a laptop in general.
Which is just why sell this?
It's gonna get loud either way.
Who would want? No, because my Mac
because if you want the portability. Yes, it would.
No, I have a Mac laptop, and it doesn't
I feel
get
like
loud.
Macs. You have a Mac?
Yeah. Well, it's not mine. I got it from work.
But do you use as much as the stuff that you're using now?
Probably not, honestly, if I'm being honest. But it is a pretty good Mac, and I got it for
but
computing and database stuff. So I mean, I'm guessing it's
decent.
But
I feel like your laptop that you have right now would probably do fine with computing and stuff too. But when it's games and stuff where it has to process a lot of things, it's gonna overheat because it's doing all this work. And it's a laptop, so it's got this much space to ventilate itself.
Anyway, I'm suing Best Buy and Razer. You'll find your papers. I'm just kidding. But
it's funny because my webcam is Razer.
Oh, is it? Throw it away. Boycott.
No, I just got it.
You know what? Maybe I should switch to my other webcam. Maybe that will work. Because right now I'm using my Canon camera as a video webcam. And maybe that's why it's just ah! No, I think it's because it's really hot. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, wait. Still freezing, still lagging. But y'all look great. Oh, thank you. It's lagging. It's catching up for me. Yeah, it's lagging every couple seconds. Still lagging for me. And I'm on 40. No.
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe refresh your page because let me refresh. Nope, I'm still on.
Should we put it? Oh God, I don't want to put a pin in it. Blurry. But I hate when it's laggy. Not as much now. Okay, well, try refreshing, everyone. That kind of helped me.
Yeah.
YouTube once again after me for no reason. All right, is it still laggy in your end, Jess?
Let me see how far. Yeah, it's far behind, but
oh, but is it stopping?
Not really.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll try to go from here, and if it like acts up again, I'll just snap my laptop in half over my knee.
No.
I'm honestly so pissed because when I realized that this was a dumb purchase, I had already passed like the return date or whatever. And I remember Jay, he was like telling me, "Oh, you should return that." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I will," because he was like, "Yeah, I can get you a PC or whatever." And I was like, "I already bought this though," but I think I'm just
Yeah, I was
gonna
gonna say
sell this.
it's better for desktops for stuff like a lot of processing because there's more air. You can put like more fans
Uh,
and whatnot.
Well, if anyone
But
wants to sponsor, not anyone, but like if are any brands out there want to sponsor me and get me a new PC, I would be so thankful. Anyway, for the sponsors out there. But yeah, so what did I say? Oh, yeah. So what do you think about like some of the fans criticizing the group, saying that they don't have their facts straight and that, they had already apologized, so there was no need to bring more attention to the situation?
well, it's their job to point out this. I feel like, well, not their job, but it's like a part of their job to like look out for stuff like this. So if they care about it, like it's valid. I mean, Big Hit should like make sure that this shouldn't happen again. The fact that this is a second time, like it's kind of annoying to them.
Mm,
So I mean, they have a right to say something, and then like fans shouldn't take it personally because it's not like they did it. It's not their job to take it personally. I don't
mm-hmm.
know. It seems an overreaction on fan side, in my opinion. But I can understand why they're a little annoyed because it's like, well, it's already like they already said something, but it's like maybe they just want to make sure that they understand that they need to teach, like, not have this happen again. Like, this is people are watching you. Make sure you don't do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like as an extra, like, push for them to not do it again.
Yeah, I definitely
So,
agree. I definitely think like this is literally what their foundation is for. So being like,
yeah.
shut your mouth is kind of weird. And similar, I feel like I get why fans are like upset because they're like, oh, my fave's gonna get dragged on the TL again. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I think that's like a perfect thing that you said. Like, don't take it personally because I'm sure that the idol themselves are like, all right, I did this, it was a mess up, but I apologize, not gonna do it again. We move. But if you like keep like, being a lot on anyone who criticizes it, then you're gonna make it bigger than it actually is. I think like it's like that whole concept of the Streisand, what is it, Barbara Streisand effect. Like the more you try to bury something, the bigger it becomes. I think it's like that. I think that's like that in a lot of ways. Oh, thank you for the dono Tao. The electronic industry hates to see success. It's honestly true. I got set up, because you know what? When I kept looking up like streaming like setups or whatever, Razer kept being like, "Hey girl, we have this new laptop that you might want to buy," and I'm like, because I just hate, I hate doing research. I mean, I hate doing research on certain things, and so I was just like, "Oh, okay, I'll buy it." Like, and it was a dumb purchase. But thank you, Tao, for that. But yeah, I definitely agree. It's like one of those things that people need to stop taking so personally and realize that when you take this extra effort to bury anytime somebody has something to say about your faves, a lot of the time it's the fandoms being so adamant and so like militant about trying to bury certain stories. It's what makes people want to dig them up. Because the thing is, the way I got introduced to this wasn't the statement from the Simon Wiesenthal Center. It was news about fans attacking them because they didn't want them to be talking about
Oh.
this. So it's like that's why it became a story. And again, I want to just clarify that it's not everyone. It's not all G Friend stands that are telling them to be quiet or whatever. And some of them that, have an issue, they're just saying, hey, make sure you read this apology. Like they apologize. Like I hope you take this sincerely because, they put their heart into this or whatever. So it's not all people just being like, shut up, so I'm just like pointing that out. It's better now. Okay, good. That's great. It's getting better. Jadella's like, it's getting better, I guess. Andre says they have the right to call them out. Maybe they should have been Source instead of Big Hit, but still, fans in those replies are really terrible. Yeah, and honestly, that's what a lot of people were like. A lot of people were like, okay, hey Simon, like I understand what you're saying, but just know that, like, don't tag Big Hit. They're actually under Source Music. Okay, have a great day. Like, I saw a lot of, they're like, that's cute for you. But yeah, don't tag Big Hit, actually. All right, goodbye. Like,
Just thought you should know. Did my deed for the day.
oh, Starry says they have the right to say something, but it's always going to be biased. That's true. But you know, like we said, like this is their job, or that's the point of their organization that they want to call it out. And I do think that there's like something to say about like the facts and stuff like that. You know, there's nothing wrong with being like, hey, make sure you read that what actually happened. Because I definitely think when stories break like this, there's always like, you know, just like there's fandoms jumping, like the fans jumping in on one side trying to make it seem like the least offensive thing possible. There's also non-fans on the other side that are just trying to make this seem like the worst case scenario too. So it's like, you know, the truth's always somewhere in the middle. So yeah. Okay. Oh, my girl fan also agrees they have the right to call them out. All right. Well, I mean, I think that this happened a while ago, and there hasn't been many stories from it except the one that I found on this. So, like, I think for the most part, like, most people have like moved on, and are just saying, you know, be careful of doing that stuff because you never know who you're kind of inciting. I don't know, just like kind of like, I don't know. You never know who's watching or whatever, and you have big
Yeah.
influence, so it's important to be careful. Okay, moving on. So I wanted to do for the next story, and Jazz, I actually did not write this in here. So wait, no, let's move on to this one. So for the next story, it's a bit of a throwback back clip, and I'm gonna do a little intro. I always have said that I want to make sure I stay in K-pop for a super long time because I feel at some point the idols that were like huge when I got into K-pop, they'll become older, you know, they won't be in much in the limelight as much, and that means that they'll be more open to spilling tea about stuff, you know? Like they won't care anymore because it's not as a big deal, so they'll talk about X, Y, and Z, and I think we're kind of moving into that. But in particular, I wanted to talk about Somi, who kind of was in the news recently because she kind of, I guess, broke the secret behind an old age mystery, a K-pop mystery, I guess you would say. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Somi was pretty much like, I would say, one of the stars of the first season of Produce 101. You know, that was a season where, like, at first nobody really knew if it was gonna, you know, go well, but it ended up being this big hit. And in particular, for one of the episodes, there's this kind of like legendary preview. I don't even know, legendary, infamous preview. And essentially, there's two reasons why it's infamous. One being the fact that when it aired, it was like people were just like, oh, snap, it's going down. Because essentially, it was a preview during one of the episodes. It was like, oh, next week on Produce 101. And it showed Somi looking like she was about to, you know, beat a bitch's ass. And Soyeon, who's currently an idol, she was like holding her back. So when that preview aired, a lot of people were hyped that week, you know, and I feel like for Somi, it was a bit risky. Like, it was a bit like whatever for her because there are a lot of people who loved her, but there are a lot of people who did not like her. So that like kind of had the potential for people to be like, oh, here she go fighting and blah, blah, blah. But essentially, what the big kicker was, where the next episode after that preview, that clip never aired. Like the full episode aired, and nothing in that clip was a part of the show. So I'm gonna real quick bring it up so everyone will just know what I'm talking about. Sorry for being vague. Okay, so it was the preview for episode 5 of Produce 101, season 1.
3차 포지션 평가 보컬 랩 댄스 포지션 1등의 연습생에게는 NFP 10만 표
Oh, I forgot that Jungkook said, and everyone was like, what the heck is going to go down in this next episode? This is crazy. But then what ended up happening is that never actually aired in any of the episode, and people were like, what the heck happened to that clip? So essentially, on the 2nd of February, Somi was doing an Instagram live, and she actually revealed the truth behind that clip. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen real quick, and we can react to the truth behind this infamous Produce 101 clip that had the world shook. Had the girls thinking that they're actually fighting. Had people thinking that this was about to be Bad Girls Club.
There's this crazy meme that I started to fight like I was getting mad and this girl like Soyeon was like pushing me back. And there's this crazy meme that I wanted to talk about. 제가 왜 라이브를 켰냐면
She just switches to
많은
Korean. I'm like,
분들께서
alright.
저 프로듀스
Tap
101 할 때 이제 제가 예고편으로 나왔던 장면인데 제가 막 이렇게 싸우고 막 화를 내고 있는 그런 장면이 있어요. 그래서 로엔 박소연 언니가 이제 막 저 이렇게 뒤로 끌어당기면서 아 소미야 하지 마 이런 장면이 있는데 그거를 설명을 해달라고 트위터에 많은 팬분들께서 너무 많이 올리셔가지고 그거를 해명을 해보고자 I came here to tell you all about what happened that day. Okay, I think you guys are all wanting me to have a big issue, but to be honest, I had no issue at all. Okay, I told the director, okay, director, Mr. Director, I'm going to act like I'm going to be mad, so please put it in the preview or something because it's going to grab attention. So he was like, okay, go on. So it was a whole act. Like, I acted out. I had no fights at all. Like, it was just me doing that all by myself. And Loen Park Soo-yeon was like pulling me backwards just to make it intense. So yeah, nothing really happened that day. It was just me with my own show going on. So I'm sorry if I let you down, but I didn't fight. It was just me putting on an act. 자, 한국어로 in Korean.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself.
I was gonna say, I was like, are you talking? Because like I cannot.
Oh God. Yeah, so the truth is out. 14-year-old Somi played us all. She played us. It was just a prank.
Watch the show.
That's crazy though, because honestly, not even to be like this, because she was quite young, but isn't that a privilege within itself to be like, hey, director, I'm gonna do this, put this in the preview? Because weren't people like literally scrounging for screen time?
That's probably how you had to do it. You had to be like, I am the boss now. I am the producer. I like this girl. This girl knows what she's talking about. She really doesn't, but
She's got moxie. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, honestly. But I was just like, dang, her, like, she was a baby. And the fact that she mastermind having that as, like, just something to throw in there for preview and, like, not actually being the thing is honestly, I don't know if it's impressive or just, I don't even know what to call it. Like, that's crazy.
I feel like she got it from being on, what's it called? 16. There were probably other girls that were doing that, and she was like, I didn't partake in that before, but this time around, I will. And that way, I'll make it far.
I mean, it was smart because I remember that was like the talk of the town. I'm going to jump into the chat. Red Light says, Somi really shocked me because compared to my older faves who dripped, she's young, all the way around young. K-pop scene is changing and I'm sitting in the background off Twitter enjoying it. Tal says she looked ready to squabble all the way down.
Yeah.
Star says Somi is hilarious. She said clickbait. Andre says she really had me fooled when I watched Produce 101 season 1 because I was waiting for the fight. I think that's the funny part, that people were just like, don't worry guys, it's gonna be the next episode. Don't worry guys, next episode.
Somi rolled. Somi rolled it.
Honestly.
That's funny.
Okay.
Random, but like Somi sounds different when she speaks English for some reason.
Yeah.
When she was speaking, I was like, wait, what?
I feel like her voice
or maybe she sounds more confident.
Oh, maybe that's it. I feel like I don't know if this is necessarily correlated to compliment or confident, but like I feel like her voice is much deeper when she speaks Korean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But
It sounds more like, I don't know, stable. I feel like before she'd sound like she would break down sometimes, and I'd be like, more like childlike, I guess, because she was younger.
Tal says she played the game and I applaud her for it. She did what she had to do. McFreakin' do. Okay. Okay. Honestly, it's I feel
McDonald's.
like now people can appreciate it, but I bet you
Mm,
100%, especially with how heated it usually gets during these shows, that if it would have came out that she faked it all for views, people would have
mm,
torn her to shreds and been like, "Oh, so we're out here faking
yeah.
stuff, desperate for views," because the way people just become like it's so crazy to like look back at some of like the forum posts and stuff like that during like seasons of Produce 101 and see how people are so at each other's throat, and now people are like, "Oh, I'm cool with that person that I would slander on a weekly basis on, the all K-pop forums." No, they're fine. Like it's so crazy how heated people are because they just want their fave. They want to make sure their faves are
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Hey, Ann. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I just thought that was really interesting because it's always so cool to have things like the truth behind things shined on like later, so you can be like, oh, okay, so that's how that was truly was.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
I'm
So,
waiting for EXO's expose. You know,
honestly,
it will be
Kai,
great. And then they bring Tao,
I
Tao's dad.
Towns dad's like,
No, no,
excuse me, I have something to say.
I wrote that letter, and everyone's just like, we know you did, sir. You wrote your name.
He's like, wait, that was supposed to be a surprise. No, I feel like, yeah, I can't wait to the point to where like the whole drama between, and I feel like we're getting close to that point where the drama between, them leaving is just bridge under the water that they can like talk to each other
Mm,
and stuff like that. I feel like it was awkward between Luhan Tao and Chris, and then like a couple, I think it was last year they met up for something. So I feel like we're slowly seeing that barrier breaking where, they're allowed to talk to each other, and I'm sure if the guys still want to keep in contact, they would probably have no issue talking to each other because it's like bridge under the water now. EXO
mm,
ended up being really successful. The
yeah.
other three ended up being really successful, so hopefully there's no bad water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think will have the most interesting tell all out of all the
Chanyeol.
like Chanyeol?
Oh, I just want to know what was really going on. I want to know if he actually does hate somebody. I want
Oh
to
my
see.
god.
It's like, oh, that Baekhyul thing. Oh, I hated that since day one. I actually like if anyone could actually read my mind, I actually wanted to snap Baekhyun's neck every day of my life. But
The shipping was
it's
fake.
okay. But
Yeah.
if you were gonna say out of the people that left, I would want to know Luhan's probably the most.
I feel like though, out of
Maybe
everyone,
because
he
I
had.
like him more.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I feel like out of everyone, he had the most straightforward story, or at least how the way that the
Mm,
press depicted it was like he was tired, he was homesick, he didn't like flying around all the
mm,
time, so he wanted to go home, so he left EXO. I feel like Tao's
yeah.
was very confusing and messy, and Chris's.
I don't know. Chris is
You
just like
hate Chris so much.
I don't hate him. I just think that it was just like so it was like okay.
I feel
Like
okay.
you waited till after you came back and then you were like, "Oh, we're doing a concert." Oh, okay, bye.
Okay, real talk. Do you think that a lot of the hate that Chris gets is due to the fact that he was the first one to leave and not necessarily that it was the worst departure? You guys in the
Oh,
chat too.
is he the worst one?
I feel like a
I
lot
thought
of
Tao
people.
was the messiest
I feel like okay. I'll be honest. That was when I kind of was falling out of the fandom, so I don't really know. I don't remember this fandom response to Tao leaving that well, but I do think that like
one.
Chris, like people have a really like if you want a Chris stan, people have a really strong hatred for him, or did have a really strong hate. Oh, thank you so much, Starry, for the $5 donation. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so nice. Oh wow. I was
I
just
left my
gonna.
wallet, so I'll rain check.
But yeah. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. So do you think that people are more harsh on him because he was the first one to leave rather than he had like the because I know a lot of people state that it was like bad that he left before the concert because then they had to change things.
Yeah.
But
I think like maybe his was the biggest because he was the first, but I feel like if you talk to people now, they probably wouldn't consider him the worst one. I think Tao is still like at least for me personally, when I think of all the people, I'm like, Luhan was like, okay, whatever, he left. Chris was like, okay, well, you're first person out, like that was huge, came
Mm-hmm.
out of nowhere. Then like they were about to have a concert, they just came back. It was kind of just like weird timing. It was just very weird. So it was very big, but like now it's kind of like, yeah, it was like kind of messy, but like whatever. Like I know I keep saying his dad was involved, but like it's just very weird when someone's parent is also involved
Mm-hmm.
in bit like you quitting or like leaving a team or something, and then it's like he was like talking about he wanted a team. Then he also had like the receipts of like him being injured and like I had to help him or something. It was just a very weird.
She's not on my
I didn't
level.
say it.
Yeah, I think the Baekhyun and Tan, because the thing is I feel like it's so scary to know what's down, because I know like there's this whole like conspiracy that like when a dating rumor is about to break, the idols are aware of it. And so it's like, you know, they're negotiating, maybe the company on their behalf is negotiating like for the pictures not to be released and stuff like that. And particularly with Baekhyun, I think what happened was that Dispatch was like, we know you're all dating, and then they're like, skirt, and then they're like, oh, y'all want proof, and like they dropped more proof. Like I think that was the first time I've ever seen like Dispatch just be so like just so ruthless with them. They're like, oh, you thought, because I remember the kissing picture was the last picture to come out, and I feel like that was purposeful, because they're like, we're gonna let y'all confirm, and if you don't, then we're dropping another picture, which is so evil if you think about it. That's like so evil for no reason.
In general just seems evil.
Yeah.
With their freaking, oh, this is a year-end couple or year start couple. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, wait, what? Like the Kai and Jenny thing was so weird because it was just like, y'all probably interrupted a possible like romance.
Yeah.
And like now they probably are like, well, this is too much. We went on one date. Now I don't want to see you again, sir.
Exactly. Like imagine you out somebody when they're like still in the talking stage, and they're like, well, that's now I either have to claim this person or say we're not dating, and then if it goes well and we actually do start dating, I'll look like I lied. So like it's either I claim this person I've been seeing for 3 weeks as my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, or I just dissolve something because I just don't want that awkwardness. So I feel like either way, like Dispatch makes it a lose, lose, lose. Oh no, wait. I think it's breaking again.
It's breaking.
I don't know. Should we call it a night? I don't know. I feel like
I mean, was that the last one anyway?
That
or,
actually
wait,
was.
You had another one.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the Minzy thing, but that was just a short, messy thing, and I feel like if everyone's struggling, it might be better to like end it for now.
Did something happen with her?
No, it was just the thing that we talked about before about how she was on a radio show, and she was doing an interview, and she mentioned that As If It Was Your Last was actually supposed to be a 2NE1 song.
Oh.
Yeah, but they ended up scrapping it, and so
it sounds like something they would sing.
Honestly, it does. And I feel like the only people who like denied it were blanks, like blanks that felt like they had to for some reason. I mean,
it's so weird. Like, there seems like so many songs that like if a company has multiple groups, of course they might have like a song that they're like, oh, this is for this group, but we realize it wasn't like, we don't want to do that for them, or they disbanded or something happened to them, so they give it to someone else. So it's not offensive.
Exactly. And like at the end of the day, like no shit. Okay, y'all want an unpopular opinion? Peep this. I love 2NE1 first of all, but I feel like sometimes Blackjacks were a bit too mean to Blackpink specifically when the anger should have been directed at YG. And I think a lot of the times when they're like, that's a 2NE1 song, that's a blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I want to be like, no, that's a Teddy song. That's why it sounds similar. Because as much as 2NE1 did like do those songs up and had the charisma and the talent, at the end of the day, that sound that they had was Teddy's. So the fact that now Teddy is giving those songs to Blackpink only makes sense because he's not the only writer they have, but he's like their premier writer. And I know that's annoying because that used to be 2NE1's sound, but at the same time, hating Blackpink for that doesn't make sense when it's YG's fault that they're all they ended the way they did. And I think sometimes it's just easier to attack them, because the thing is, the only way you can truly hurt YG is boycotting YG, and you're not going to do that because you still want to listen to 2NE1 songs, you still want to listen to Icon songs, you still want to listen to Wigger songs, Big Bang songs. So the next thing is to just shit on the girl group that took their place, which I feel like resulted in like Blackpink getting like a lot of like there's criticism that was reasonable, but it was just like these constant attacks. And even now with the whole thing that Minzy was saying, like, you know, she just said casually it was a 2NE1 song originally, and then we didn't put it on their album. I feel like there were so many people who were like construing that into shade. Like, they're like, oh, she said that was a reject and it wasn't good enough for 2NE1's album. LOL, we already knew Blackpink was getting reject songs. And I'm like, why are you trying to put negative words or connotations behind Minzy's words? All she was saying was casually, yes, that was a song, which y'all had already peeped, but y'all want to make it something negative. And it's like, there y'all go again with trying to just make the most just nothing things that happen to be about Blackpink. Yeah. Just a stab to Blackpink. It's like, you cannot, certain forums I go on, and honestly, I get it, because a lot of the forums, K-pop forums I go on, have older fans who are more like second generation, so they appreciate the second generation. You cannot see a Blackpink post without talking about, without somebody mentioning 2NE1 died for, like, no, 2NE1 died because YG doesn't know how to manage girl groups and they're doing clownery. It has nothing to do with these girls who went under this company probably because they were hired by 2NE1 and like looked up to them and wanted to live their dreams, and now we're put in a bad position because they happen to be the girl group right after YG ruined 2NE1. So I feel like a lot of times they get like this just ridiculous hate, and I was like, this was a cool thing we found out and we got to confirm, though we already pretty much knew, but people want to twist it into some kind of negative, you know, and that's on period type moment. Like, I don't know. Not clock them. Sorry. I feel like I'm not even like, I'm like a blink, but I'm not like a blink, but sometimes I feel like people hate them for no reason. Like, I feel like when a group is getting dogpiled on, I'm always like, I'm a little underdog, like, chaser. Well, I was like, I feel like when BTS got the most hate, I was like a fan, so I would just always be like, you don't try us. And like when Twice got the most hate, I was a big fan, and I was like, y'all, if y'all don't like it, don't watch. You know what was insane? Remember back when people used to rush to dislike Twice's music videos?
Did they? Yeah, that sounds kind of familiar.
It was like, I think it was after Cheer Up, maybe? Like, the first one, I feel like everyone loved. But then kind of after that, they would have these weird, like, just a weird amount of dislikes. And people were trying to find out where the dislikes from. And people were just like, oh, no, it's just that their songs are bad. And people are like, no, because, like, this seems like a targeted attack. I just remember, I don't know.
It's like Justin Bieber. Baby didn't deserve that.
Yeah, honestly. Baby was a bop. I don't know why people are like that. Let's see. LD says Dispatch is trash. The thing is, I wish that people were, not you specific LD, but I wish that people were consistent with the Dispatch is trash rhetoric, because I feel like when they expose like an idol, people are like, Dispatch is trash. But then when they expose like two actors, people are like, ah, and that's the tea. Like, people are so excited when it's not their fave.
Yeah.
I remember the year that Kai and Jenny were exposed as a New Year couple. There was this hilarious like Twitter post where this user who was like, before, you know, they got exposed, they had like I think they had a Jenny like icon, and they're like, LOL y'all, like, I'll be honest, I'm really curious, like, I'm waiting for the tea to drop about this new Dispatch couple. And then when it was Jenny and Kai, it was like another screenshot, and they're like, this is ridiculous, like, honestly, this is an invasion of privacy, this is so disgusting. And I was just like, stand Twitter in a nutshell.
Hypocrism.
Yeah. Hey Chrissy said Twice slander was insane. I think it's true. I think that's true. Like, the thing is, I like understand the critiques. Like, I understand they weren't the strongest vocalists. Maybe they didn't have songs that everyone liked, but it was just like, I don't know, the way people hated them was just so weird.
Yeah, the fact that you would rush to watch not even watch a video of a person that you don't like, but just to dislike it. It's kind of weird. It's like if you don't like them, don't watch the video.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird that you're even there.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Andy says, similarly, if Red Velvet's comeback start lessening the disband soon, I just know people will blame aespa just like they did for FX/Red Velvet. It's a never-ending cycle. That is so true. That is so true. Like, I know that, like, the chance of the fans being there, like, when something like cyclical like that happens, I know the chances that the fans that were there from the beginning are there to see it, like, happen again, you know, are sometimes slim. But, like, yeah, you would think that people, like, in situations like that, because RV fans know the hate that they got from FX fans and other second gen stands, because RV happened to just come at a time that FX was going through some shit, you know, they shadowed them. You would think that they would hope they wouldn't do that to aespa or anything, but
Yeah.
Oh, is it lagging out again? I think, well, maybe we can just wrap it up here. First though, I want to ask Jazz, did you have anything you wanted to talk about or anything? A Sheeman update. Live, reporting live.
Posted on Instagram. He was doing a dance thing. He was like, I haven't danced in a while, like danced in a while or something. And I was like, first of all, I didn't even notice it was him. I thought it was Kai for some reason because he looked so freaking tall. The person he was standing next to is so tiny. I was like, why does he look like a giant? But yeah, that's the only thing I know. You might have posted after that. I'm slacking hardcore.
How are you supposed to be the number one?
I've been watching, what's it called?
What?
I'm not a robot.
Is that a drama?
Yeah, it's a drama.
Is that like currently airing?
Got Sung Ho.
Oh, okay.
Because I like him, so I was like, let me look for a drama that he was in or something. Yu Sing Ho. So I was like, I'll watch that. It's pretty good. So if you haven't watched that, watch that.
Yeah. Or else there's a couple
Have
that
you
I
done
have to
anything?
watch. There's a couple that I have to watch. Oh, let's see. Andre says, like, RV was on hiatus for a reason. Debuting aespa doesn't automatically mean RV is disbanding. That's true. It's happening again. I'm sorry, guys. I'll make sure I'll be more, you know, make sure to give my computer a rest and have everything, like, test everything next time before I go live, because it sucks when this happens, because I truly don't know what to do. Like, there's a couple things, like, I'll shut things down if I think stuff are unnecessarily running in the background. But other than that, I never really know what to do. But I'm going to, like, make sure, like, I look up that more diligently. So next time I'll actually have some, like, options of what to do. But I definitely think it's mostly because my computer's probably overheating. Yeah. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna turn it over. Oh, if it's still lagging for anyone, it kind of helps if you're 20 seconds behind. The stream is, so there's a little buffer. Oh, I'm so sorry. Y'all are literally going full engineer mode just to help make this work. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna save up for a better computer. Actually, maybe I can use my brother's. He left his, like, PC thing. I don't know how good it is, because I really don't know things about specs and stuff, so.
Maybe you can buy something.
I think I'm gonna do that, but because I bought this so recently, I feel like I'm just like, I don't want to be like so, like, you know, with my spending. So I want to at least wait a while before I make another purchase. And I want to try, if I do get a PC, I want to see if, like, I can sell this current laptop and then contribute.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably sell it.
Yeah, it kind of has crumbs in the keys, but I can fix that. But yeah, okay, then I'll work on that. I'm just annoyed that, like, something this big only has a 30-day warranty. That's ridiculous. I mean, a 30-day return thingy. I think it's only 30 days. I was thinking maybe it's like if you do it after 30 days, you only get a fraction of the money back or something. But I don't know. I got it from Best Buy, but I feel like 30 days is so short.
Yeah.
Like, especially for something a purchase this big. I didn't even use it until like 2 weeks after. Because I was scared.
2 weeks after, dang.
Yeah, I was like, because I already had a laptop. It just wasn't. It was just like bad. Like you couldn't charge it.
Yeah.
Because it was old. It was from like 1993. Bye,
That's a break.
sorry. Thanks for coming through. But I'm glad the lag's better. But yeah, so I'm just gonna turn it over to you guys. Is there anything you want to talk about? We'll do that for like the next like 10-ish minutes, and then we'll wrap up the stream. My computer. What if my computer spontaneously combusts?
No.
I die on stream.
And that's when I exit.
You're like, my job here is done. You're a mass murderer. Ooh. Aren't return dates accepted for COVID? Hit me up if you want to sell your laptop. If you really want this, I think I spent too much on it. I shouldn't have done this. I don't know. I was just so bored in quarantine.
How much was it?
It was it was $1,500, and that was on sale.
Oof.
I think it was actually $1,800, which is dumb because I could get a PC for like about $1,000, and I already have two monitors.
That's why it's usually, I don't know, depending on what you do.
Well, I think it's better though because with a PC you can upgrade it if you need to. I'm stuck with this piece of junk. Not really a piece of junk. I'm grateful.
But if you like move a lot or you wanted to move a lot, then a laptop is worth it, I guess.
But it wasn't really.
But that's only if you feel like that. You need to move.
Here's the thing. I ended up getting an extra monitor anyway because when I would do my like work at home, I work with so many spreadsheets that like I just needed like a second screen. So it's like I already have like 2 monitors because my brother got rid of his because he moved. And so I was like, I already have 2. So I already have like the 2 monitors I would need. I just need the PC. Yeah. So it's just like such a waste of time. I love how this became me complaining about my electronic problems. But it's just like I didn't want to look into all the specs. And people on those PC websites are so annoying because they just are like, you don't know this? You're a failure. And I'm like, I'm trying to learn.
Though. That's why I just like, I think when I first made my computer, I went on Newegg. And then like they have like little packs that you can get. Like they'll give you like, it'll just include like the case, the battery, the CPU, the GPU, and like RAM and all that. And then you just pay like the full price. And like it'll tell you like, oh, this is a gaming like pack. And like you'll buy that or I think it has like different categories. So it was like helpful for at least starting to get something. And then like I like upgraded slowly over the next like, I guess 4 years.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I was just too lazy.
It's really helpful. Also, there's ones that are already built.
Yeah, that's what I want. But the thing is, I do want one of those cute ones where it's like, you know, freaking Pikachu doing the WAP on like inside the computer.
Oh, that seems like so much work.
Those are so fun.
How they make it look so nice.
I mean, I would have to have somebody build it for me, but
yeah. Like, I just opened my computer today and yesterday. I was like looking at it and I was like, why are the wires everywhere? Where do people put their wires? Because they put it, it's just like, they're just gonna sit there. Like I have a nice little glass thing. You can see inside the computer, but it's like, nobody wants to look at wires.
That's true. I don't know. I watched that Linus tech tips guy, and he makes it seem so easy, like the cable management. So, but
yeah, there's also like a streamer guy. I forgot what his name is.
Toast.
Is it Chris Yee?
Oh, Chris Yee 4 or whatever. KRIS.
He does computers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he like did. I think he recently did Lily Peaches.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, sir. What the heck? Where did you get everything? Because like, and where is everything? Because like, it looks so sleek. I don't get it.
Yeah, and he did keycaps for her too, which were really nice. All right. Sorry, I missed like 100 people leaving, but bye to everyone who needed to leave. Actually, I think we're probably gonna wrap it up, right? Yeah. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Oh yeah, the tax evasion. That's
SM. Yeah, the SM thing.
Yeah, the SM tax evasion thing. I don't understand. Go to jail, all of them.
Tax. Honestly, yeah.
There's somebody who was like, we're about to get 3 EXO albums to pay for this because they had to pay like
Or
$18 million.
solos. I'm ready for it. Schumann, Dio, come with it.
Honestly,
Like,
Dio, I'm ready for that duet when you're ready.
oh
Okay.
gosh. He's like, who? Schumann? Oh yeah, yeah. We'll do a duet.
Oh, wait. Okay, also the Elkie thing. Yeah, Elkie was not terminated, but they mutually, she did not renew her contract. She left Cube and CLC. But I did see that people were saying that she wasn't getting paid for her work, which was one of the reasons why she was like, get me the hell out of here. Which I'm just like, how is that even legal to do?
Sucks.
Like, exactly, Cube's trash, but how is that even legal to do? Just like not pay somebody for something. It's a mess.
You just don't do it.
And when YG was fined for tax evasion, it was like 6 million. So SM being fined for 20 million is wow. Well, SM's bigger, right? Well, not to say.
Yes. I just feel like they have more stuff.
Yeah. Because, okay, here's the thing. Not saying that these companies aren't probably shady and trying to evade tax. But also, I would imagine when you own like a big tax thing, it's hard to like properly do your tax. I don't know if Korea is the same as America where you have to prepare your own taxes and stuff. But like, yeah, I could see like it getting
Yeah,
confusing.
that's interesting.
But I guess you have people whose literal job it is to do that. So maybe at the same time, it's just them trying to be shady. But yeah. But good for Elkie because can I say something that's going to sound shady? Well, no, because it's not even their fault. I don't think that Cube is planning on taking CLC anywhere. So it's good for
Oh
her to
yeah,
get
they
out.
haven't since they. I guess I don't even know.
Yeah.
Since they debuted.
Oh.
They debuted and they were like, "Oh, people aren't feeling it as we thought." Well, I guess we aren't either. Let's just add these two new girls and like call it a day.
Which is just.
All right, so now they'll be they're our star.
It's so honestly, I find it so personally disrespectful when a company just like throws random people in and out of a group, because to me that makes it seem like you had no real vision when you originally choose the lineup. If you can just throw people in and out willy-nilly, especially if you just throw somebody in there because they're popular, so you're like, oh well, they're popular, they can add popular. No, I actually have a Twitch channel that I'll put in my chat, twitch.com/pinkcloud, and I stream over there a lot. Like last week we did some fun stuff. We